Dillion Brooks, fake tough guy facade. How long is that going to last? Is it going to help them? Are the Lakers going to be intimidated by this? Do they think that they have their back against the wall and the Memphis Grizzlies are the team for the taking? Finishing second in the Western Conference, maybe growing up on the Grizzlies a little bit. Maybe they think that they have the edge, that they're the better team. When Morant comes back, then it's over. Maybe that's the intimidation factor that Dillion Brooks is trying to explain to the world. He's trying to show everybody this. But it's really hard to tell. I mean, I don't really understand where all this insecurity is coming from and all this pretending and all this, it's almost making a show of himself. I mean, that post-game press conference, if you watched the video of it, it looked like, I mean, with his glasses on and his what he had his chain on and his, chest open and just pretending that, he's this guy when they're really, really hard to really put that into any sort of context. I always think that it's very important to judge a player based off of what have they done. That's the ultimate thing that we can look back on and reference, especially when time comes around and we don't really know or remember the player that they used to be, and things that are timeless are essentially their contribution to the sport and any sort of lasting impact on their franchise and things that we should be remembering. Why should I remember you? That's what I think of when I think of players that used to make a difference, used to be worth my thoughts. But I think the Grizzlies are trying to fake it till you make it, I suppose. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really understand, at least right now, against the Lakers. I don't think LeBron is being intimidated. Neither do I think he's being targeted. It doesn't really matter because I think whoever is playing the Grizzlies, Brooks is going to do this. And he's probably not the only one. It's probably the entire Grizzlies, everybody on the team, except nobody is pretending to have some kind of a personality and making a show of themselves like Brooks is. That's just who he is and who is his nature, I suppose. Maybe he's been watching too much Draymond Green highlights over the years. Wonder who his favorite player was growing up. But hey, LeBron's been having to deal with any sort of peculiarity. And I'm sure he's been dealing with a lot of different people over the years. There's no way he's too smart to be rattled by Brooks, especially all that LeBron's done. And I really don't think he has much of a weight on his back either. I still think that the Lakers are most likely going to win. They have more experience. They have more professionalism, more options, more IQ. And that's probably gonna end up getting them over the Grizzlies, even if Morant comes back. So yeah, it's certainly been up for grabs this series, but it kind of it does feel like I want to give the edge to the Lakers. In hockey news, Tampa and Toronto, nodded at 2. I don't really care too much about these back-to-back blowouts. It's really frustrating, and I wish it was just a 1-0 game win for Toronto in game 1, and then 1-0 win for Tampa in game 2. So we are seeing these kind of parallels from last season. And it's unfortunate to see, obviously, if you're going to receive a 7-3 victory, then you might as well give one up. But still way too early to predict anything. I just think that we're on that trajectory of a Game 7. Nothing's changed. It's going to be going back-to-back. Saturday, I believe, Game 3. I don't want Tampa Bay to be losing by these large margins, but it's almost what they've been up to, especially last year in the playoffs. It seemed like every series they had one of these abysmal games, these abysmal performances. You would think that it's intolerable, especially to a team that's new to this. I don't think that Toronto has been embarrassed like they were in Game 1. But, these kinds of things aren't seldom to Tampa Bay. They have had to learn to adjust and to fight through these things because I guess to them it's one game at a time really does go quite far for them. So, yeah, it definitely back and forth. I'm here for all of it. I'm here for it no matter what. We just got to be patient, compartmentalize these things. It's just one game. We're not at 1. This is exactly how it should be. And now Fernando Tatis is back. The Padres, awful start to the year. Obviously, nothing looks to be going well. Juan Soto, under 200 batting average. Machado, not getting a whole lot done, only 1 home run on the year, batting around 240. Having to rely on basically their entire team, whether it's them being healthy, them being available, pitching as well, of course. We got Joe Musgrove coming back on Saturday, and I'm looking forward to that. So getting into the rhythm. Hard to judge things in April, of course. We're not at an appropriate time to gauge how good the Padres are. I would say the same for the Yankees. I would say the same for the Phillies. I'd say the same for Houston. Yankees are kind of in this similar boat because they are waiting for a lot of their pitchers to come back. Plagued by injuries, Stanton, Severino, Rodon, right? So still plenty to go. But I'm just excited and enjoying it right now. Blue Jays have a day off on Thursday, but they are playing the Yankees this weekend, and it's going to be tough, but it's going to be enjoyable. My 2 teams that I watch the most will be, not spread out. The schedule's it's just the 2 of them now, so I cannot be missing that game, that's for sure. So, yep, that's what's up.